Well, this is not a favorite topic of mine, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. What really amazes me is when somebody is claiming to be a victim rather than the other way around. And I think you know who we're talking about here, a victim. That's quite a statement. And we have somebody that's sitting in a detention center who broke the law on immigration. Is he a victim? Is he a victim? And we have somebody that has 5 counts of cybercrime against him. Is he a victim? See, the way I see it, you either did something or you did not do something. There's no really in between with that. I keep on reading different shit on here about what the person writes all the time, that they shouldn't be in jail, they shouldn't be locked up, that they are playing the role of the victim. When the evidence presents itself, when the prosecutor even went over the evidence and deemed it to be violating the Republican Act codes in the Philippines, these are the laws that they make up in this country. Now, you either violated it or you did not violate it, black and white. But to sit there and say, feel sorry for me, I'm the victim. Well, let's get down and dirty with this. How many people out there, raise your hands, how many people out there would like to be on public media, which could have an international audience, have somebody label you as a child molester? Raise your hand if you think that's a wonderful thing. Raise your hand if you think that's a righteous thing. Not all at once here. He's a victim. He's the victim. Do you realize what the ramifications of such a statement can do? On top of that, threatening somebody's life. How many times? Oh, did I mention how many times he's called somebody a pedophile, a child molester? How many times? On camera, on public media. Now, I realize some of you find the individual quite entertaining in his own backwards way. Entertainment is one thing. Watching a train wreck, I understand the whole concept. But what is righteous is righteous. What's wrong is wrong. You got this man reaching out for sympathy. Sympathy from people. Sympathy because of something that he did. He admitted a lot of things. When Yads did an interview with this guy, he admitted wronging women. He was given an apology. He admitted wronging people. Okay, he admitted that. But it all goes back to this self-righteous crap. And it's nonstop. Feel sorry for me. Well, when this individual had all his life has screwed up, he's never learned from his mistakes. And people, even donate to you if you really need help for food or something, like if you really come into a bad situation. Okay, we have a heart. Sometimes it's nice to help people out. But where did all the money go? Every single time that this individual has had a little campaign for, help me out, I need this, I need that, I need teeth, I need this. What he did with the money, well, it never went to the purpose that he was begging for. Now, I don't know how anybody feels sorry for somebody like that when he has misappropriated a lot of money. And as somebody stated, over time, he's made over 10,000 American dollars off of people, and it did not go to the source. Well, you got your do-gooders out there that are saying, well, don't kick a man when he's down. Well, he put himself down, okay? He did. Now, through his constant lies to every one of you all, misappropriation of funds and taking money that belonged to somebody else. And you remember when Pennsylvania trucker, $25,000 was going to help this guy's girlfriend at the time to help her with her store. He pocketed half the money and gave the other half to the girl. He was supposed to be collecting money for lawyer funds for how long now? All the money that ever came in that wound up in his pocket was misappropriated, and it wasn't going toward an attorney. It's a fact. The list just goes on and on and on. Buying Xboxes and you name it. Alcohol. Yeah, a lot of your funds went to supporting his alcohol habit and his cigarettes. But he has the gognoles to come on when he's not even supposed to be doing social media from his incarceration. He sure violated that. Still begging and trying to get a fund together to do the same shit. Here's the story. Let me tell you where any money is going to go. He likely has no intent to get a lawyer. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because when or if he gets the chance to be deported, he needs money to settle down when he goes back home. Now, an example is he's telling people that he's not getting his Social Security, which is total bullshit. There's no reason. There's no legal reason why he ain't getting his Social Security. I don't think he's ever even told his girlfriend the truth about that. He lied about that too. They're still together. What doesn't he lie about? Now, pardon me, we're not going to be doing all these shows about him, but as I contemplate, some of the shit that I've read on there that he posts, it just makes me a little more aggravated with him because he's a chronic liar. I'd understand you feeling sorry for somebody that deserves feeling sorry for. Someone that's willing to help themselves and be a better person. This is not the guy. This is not the guy. No, he's not the guy. You got extra money? You love the Philippines so much? Why don't you help a Filipino out? Help a kid's family, help them out. I've done my share, help them out. But to help a fucking lowlife like this guy, when they handed out brains, he was in the wrong line because he continued while incarceration to make more videos to try to aggravate me. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. Let's just use that expression. You don't. But he does. He bit everybody's hand. Anybody who's donated to him went in his pocket, and for the majority of the time, drinking, going out, looking for women. All right, that provided some entertainment for you to watch this train wreck go on and on and on. I understand. Believe me, I understand the entertainment value on this guy. I do. But you got these do-gooders out there. Oh, the man's down, let's help him. Okay, under normal circumstances, I say when somebody is down, it's good to help somebody when they are down. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But this is a different situation, a different type of individual that you cannot trust. It has proven it time and time and time and time again. And yet, he is the victim. That's the thing that really gets me. He is a victim. Well, what have I gone through as a result of what he called me and labeled me? Nobody thinks about that because you're not in that position. So the people that are pro him, if anything, they're pro him because maybe they got a beef with me. But that's still not a good reason to be pro him because you are just enabling a person to do something over and over and over again. Something wrong about that, no matter how you look at it. Some people can change, and there are some people that cannot change. When somebody is proven to be a chronic liar for 8 years on social media, 8 years, how do you believe that person? Well, the minute they open their mouth, they're lying. When their lips are moving, they're lying. I had to say this, and this is not going to be a topic matter of mine as my continued uploads of vlogging on here on YouTube. Well, I had a moment I was thinking about this whole scene, and it just is so aggravating to hear this guy say that he is a victim my ass. I'm not the only one that he's called a child predator, a pedophile, such a horrid, dark, black word that you don't call anybody if you value your life and freedom. He don't learn from that. He feels that the world owes him something when the world does not owe him anything. You need to stand on your 2 feet like a real man, and you put your life together without having to beg for the money for 8 years. 8 years. Begging for money because he decided to come out to the Philippines broke as a scope. Figured, yeah, I found a good way to make money out here. Just tell a bunch of lies. Oh, my Social Security check ain't coming in. How many times have we heard that one? That's a famous one of his. And every single time, he had no problem with his Social Security. None. There was no reason they're holding my Social Security checks. No, they're not. He has likely about 75% of that money. It's going to go on 9 months on the 27th of this month. And he's probably got about 75%. You do the math, how much he gets per month. 75% of that money he has. And yet he's playing the poor man. He won't even tell his girlfriend the truth. How many lies has he told her? I'll bet you in the beginning he never told her the truth that he was an immigration overstayer. Oh, and he convinced her and the family that he was a good guy, just trying to get along in life and having some hardships perhaps. They didn't know the whole story. I don't think his girlfriend knew the whole story. I think she knows. She's heard or seen even videos I posted on the horrible things he said. Makes me wonder, what kind of a woman is she to support a man who could be so vile, so much of a chronic liar, knowing that he's calling somebody a fucking pedophile. He's taken money from people from all these years, even probably her money. How do you be in a relationship with somebody that you've seen the videos of the death threats, of the calling somebody, not just me, he's called many other people pedophiles. That's a powerful word. So if people are wondering, why am I not being lenient on this guy? Well, it's for the obvious above reasons. Even though he's incarcerated, he refuses to admit what he's done. He knows what he's done. We know he's not very intelligent, but he's not that stupid that he don't realize what he's done, what wrong he's done. But I'm the victim. He's the victim. No, you're not the victim. Although you have many victims out there, and I'm one of them. So when I hear this nonsense, feel sorry for me, free me. Why? Free you for what? How else are you going to learn in this life? Unless there are ramifications for the acts, things that you do. You can't get by in life doing the things that he does, then expect the public to say, oh, poor guy, he was wronged, he shouldn't be in jail. The hell he shouldn't. So I had to say this, really had to say this. It's unnerving when he comes out with this bullshit, claiming to be a victim, that he shouldn't be in jail. Well, did you break the laws with immigration? 7.5 years? You did. He's upset because he's incarcerated. He wants to lash out at me for being one of the driving forces of getting him in that jail cell. You see, I have to pay my visa fees, just like everybody else out there has to pay their visa fees. But he's extra special. He shouldn't have to pay that. He wants everybody to pay his way in life, from his booze to cigarettes to Xboxes, chasing tail in bars that he wants you to pay for. Yeah, right. And some of you have given in. I know, it's the train wreck thing. We want to see him make a fool of himself on camera, and it provides hours and hours of entertainment to people. I understand that. But I think it comes to a time when you got to say, this is all bullshit, man. Why should I support him in any way? Why? What happened to all the money? He was supposed to get a lawyer. Apparently his freedom ain't that important to him. Maybe he likes it to some extent. I don't know. Free rent, free electricity. Oh, some people are like that. Probably better living conditions than he's probably ever had out here in the Philippines. But he continues to beg, continues to violate the law, even though he wants freedom. But what is he doing to try to get that freedom? Nothing. He's doing nothing. He's just making it worse for himself. Continually to come on YouTube, all document, and do the same thing over and over again that got him in trouble in the first place. Why he can't leave his cell for immigration? Because now he's got a case against him. And now he's claiming that, oh, I'm an American. We shouldn't be fighting. I'm not going to court. It's not what he wants. Oh, I can't take the ride. My back can't handle it. Well, he's putting himself in a worse position. And he's doing it to himself. I'm not doing that. I'm not telling him don't show up for court for your arraignment. Am I telling him that? No, that's a decision he's making. It just gets him into more trouble. This is what I'm talking about. When somebody lacks the intellect to do the right thing, but he's still begging from his jail cell. Now, I don't know. Is Yads supposed to be having a fund for him or something? I don't know. The B Fund? The Barry, yeah. Well, he also goes under a channel name, Friends of So-and-so. That's him. It's almost like he's making believe that somebody actually has a page to try to gather funds for him. It's his page. Friends of blah, blah, blah. It's him. It just continues, guys. It just continues. So don't look at me as the enemy because I got him incarcerated. I'm not the enemy. I'm the victim. I'm the victim in this case. I'm the fucking victim. And I feel no sorrow for this man at all because he doesn't try to help himself. He doesn't understand the ramifications. Even when it hits him in the face, does Almost 9 months in incarceration, does that not wake you up? You not get the hint? He's not going anywhere. And the chances are is that he will be behind bars somewhere for a very, very long time. He's the victim, mind you now. He's the victim. Victim, my lily white ass. I've never seen somebody so cocky and self-centered in my life. I do no wrong is kind of like his motto. But he's done a lot of wrong to a lot of people. All right, that's my speech. I was getting a sore throat from this change in weather, and I don't know, somebody was coughing on the airplane coming out here. Dude, it's time to wake up and face the reality of your situation, because I'm not going to change my mind. And you fortified that for me by the videos that you've been making while you are incarcerated. You did not help yourself. Again, I'm not doing nothing to him. He's doing it to himself. Let's get this perfectly straight and clear. By his own actions, by his own continued actions. Sorry, I'm a compassionate person, and I've proved that many times how compassionate I could be. But I have no compassion for this guy whatsoever, and I'm never going to. I'll take this to wherever it's going to go. I have no control beyond a certain point, but leave it up to the court system. And his defiance of not showing up for the first arraignment was not helping his situation at all. And if he continues to do a no-show, well, again, it's his own doing. None of this bullshit that my back can't take the ride, or you're never going to put me in a real jail. Well, you will. It's guaranteed. You're not staying there forever. And all your little frivolities are going to be taken away. I have no guilty conscience here at all. Why the hell should I? This goes to everybody that hears my voice. You put yourself in my shoes, and you got a family or whatever, and somebody on public media calls you something like that. Not a convict. You're not a felon. You've never done any of the shit that he's pumping out about you, and it could really harm your reputation, okay? You're not in my shoes, so I understand the entertainment value of this man. I understand it. People love a good train wreck. Comes a point in time you have to say enough. He's not a nice guy. He cannot change. He certainly is not willing to change.